Respectfully, I don't know how teams are going to guard us.
It's time, man. We want to win the ring. It's time. It's time. It's time, Amanda. It's time.
It's time. It's time.
I'm hype. I'm hype as hell. I'm ready to go.
Why do you think people in the media think you're not a good leader or that you're not a leader?
So, you know, they got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
Yo, Prince Sports here. Drink the coffee and make you feel better. Kevin Durant is a failure when it comes to a superstar. Now you may say, hold up, he got this, he got that. What I mean by failure is he failed to meet expectations, okay? Expectations was Kevin Durant is supposed to be a top 10 player of all time. That was his potential. Kevin Durant was supposed to be one of the greatest scorers of all time. That is his potential. Right now, you can make a case that he still is one of the greatest scorers of all time, but that means absolutely nothing when push comes to shove, because more times than not, that scoring goes nowhere. It's empty. That scoring is basically a ghost when teams need him most. He is a failure as a leader. He is a failure as a winning superstar. Now, you may say, hold up, he got championships. Well, not all championships are seriously valued. LeBron James and Kevin Durant got the least valued championships, probably in NBA history. Now, Kevin Durant, only difference is he just take it a little more step further. Going to ride shotgun and ride in the back of the bus to Steph Curry is a complete different scenario than winning championships as the best player on your team. Now, we could fairly say that because Kevin Durant has yet to win without Steph Curry, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. Matter of fact, he just got swept on a title contending team after they've been talking all that bullshit about how they're going to be unstoppable on the scoring end. Now, Kevin Durant's last quote-unquote super team was the Brooklyn Nets, right? But let's not make no mistakes about it. The Phoenix Suns may not have been a super team, but they were projected to win an NBA championship. They were a title contending team, okay? So even though there's nothing super about Bradley Beal, I mean, he's not a top 10 player, not a top 15 player, not a top 20 player. It may not even be a top 25 player, right? He was a player that put up empty numbers on a losing team. So a lot of players could do that. Yeah, I call those like fake all-stars. There's a lot of fake all-stars in today's league anyway. But Kevin Durant, by all means, is one of the top 4 greatest losers of all time now. And that's not a list you want to be on. But that list is Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron James, and now we're going to make space for Kevin Durant, because you can't keep losing on the title contending team and not get called out for it, right? There's no narrative you can make up for losing when you have all the pieces that you need to win with, but you can't figure it out. That's your problem. That's a you problem, Kevin Durant. It's not a us problem. So with that being said, he is a losing superstar, and he has to deal with the consequences of that. And when it pertains to greatness, being mediocre and losing on title contending teams is not going to be something we cherish. That's not popping. That's not greatness. And God forbid that I demand greatness from superstars that's supposed to be all-time greats.
No. Cut off the laugh track. Cut off the fucking music. Shaggy.
Right? You're supposed to be winning more than you lose. All right? While you're playing on the title contender. Now, it's a different story if Kevin Durant was playing on a team full of scrubs. But the clock is ticking. And I normally don't waste my time on a player that is not even a top 10, top 15, top 20. He's not a top 25. He may be somewhere between 30 and 35, but dipping as time goes on. So the reason why I don't have that. I don't have time to be worrying about a guy that's probably the 35th greatest basketball player of all time. That means there's like 34 other players ahead of you, right? So this is why I don't talk about him as much, but every now and then I do talk about him, all right? And this is one of those times because he's dipping on that list. Now, I'm not going to go over like, oh, who's the top 50 players of all time? Nobody cares about who's the 50th greatest basketball player of all time. All right. Now, some of us hardcores may, but that's an argument for another day.
Drink the coffee.
But one thing's for sure, if you can't crack the top 10, I'm going to spend less time talking about you. And that's the situation with Kevin Durant. You don't even deserve to be mentioned in the same breath with LeBron James because LeBron is considered a top 10 player of all time. You ain't Kevin Durant, and you've been playing for quite some time now. You are objectively a superstar failure. It is what it is. Drink the coffee and make you feel better. Sports out. Peace.